Your worth is not tied into your relationship status. You, sis, are still a queen, even without a king. Okay, so pick your head up, put your crown back on, and remind yourself of the queen that you are. You are valuable, you are loved, you are enough, and you are deserving of all the things that God has for you this holiday season. Hey loves, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lady V. If you're new here, sis, hey girl, hey. I pray that I say something in today's video that blesses and encourages you as you navigate love, life, and everything in between with style and grace. All right, y'all, so in today's video, we are talking about how to thrive and not just survive this holiday season. I know that this is the time of year where many of us singles, we feel sad, we feel lonely, we feel frustrated in the waiting season. And so I just wanted to come on and encourage you all and also share some tips to help you get through this holiday season. And also, I wanted to share an announcement. This year, I will be doing Vlogmas. So beginning December 14th, that's this Saturday, I will be dropping 12 days of Christmas vlogs, okay? A vlog a day until Christmas comes. And I'm super excited about that. This is something that I've always wanted to do on my YouTube channel, and now I have the opportunity to hang out with you all this holiday season. I'll be sharing some tips and some ideas and inspiration to get you through the season. Okay, we are going to get through this together. Okay, I got you. And so if that is something that you are interested in, make sure you hit that notification bell button so that you don't miss out when the first Christmas vlog drops. All right, so now that I got all that out the way, all the exciting news, let's go ahead and get into how to navigate the holiday season as a single woman. All right, so let's go ahead and get into these tips. Now, the first one, we're just gonna come out the gate, okay? I'm just gonna give it to you, sis, okay? The first one is don't spin the block, okay? Y'all know this is spin the block season. This is when your ex and any other person that you'd never talked to in life decides they want to hit you up, tell you happy holidays, tell you they thinking about you, they miss you, whatever the case may be. And I'm here to remind you not to go back to what or who God has already delivered you from. And y'all, I know this can be extremely hard. I have been there too, especially if this is your first holiday season without that person or your first holiday season post breakup. You might actually even be looking forward to getting a text message from them, and I'm here to tell you that that's okay. Your feelings are valid. Still wanting to have that connection, it's normal. It's a part of the human experience. However, I do want to remind you that you have already taken so many steps forward, and that if God has specifically delivered you from someone, has brought you out of a situation that wasn't healthy for you, that where you weren't being treated according to your worth, then it is imperative that you don't go back to that you don't open up a door that God has been trying to close. Okay, sis? So just be sure to take extra precautions to make sure that you are taking steps forward and not backward in this season. Protect your peace. By all means, protect your peace. Create boundaries with that person if you need to. And most importantly, know that you will get through this season and that there is life and love and joy on the other side of this heartbreak. All right, so the next tip is to plan ahead for tough moments. Plan ahead for the season. I am an avid planner, y'all. I believe having a plan in place just makes life so much easier. I like to plan, my work day. I like to plan my fitness. I like to plan my meals. I try to plan my love life and how that's going to go, but God keeps telling me I need to release my plan and receive his plan. But me and Jesus, we still working on that. So I think it's very important this holiday season to plan your people, plan your boundaries, plan your break, plan your peace, plan your joy, plan moments for yourself that will help you to get through the season. And so I'm going to share with you 3 different tips on what you can plan and prepare for in this season. The first is plan ahead for those moments when you are going to be around family members and you got that good, great auntie who could never keep a man trying to tell you and ask you why you still single. Auntie, you can't even keep a man. Why is you talking to me? Don't respond like that. Instead, plan ahead and come up with some pre-drafted responses that you can say that still firmly enforces your boundaries but are polite. I remember a time, and I don't think this was during the holiday season, but I remember a cousin of mine asking me, do you ever want to have kids? And I'm like, yeah, I do. And she's like, well, when are you going to start? Like, you're getting older. And I'm like, dang, okay. But I had to, show her that this was not a boundary that I was going to let her cross. And so I just told her, I said, whenever God sends me my husband, okay? Because for me, I desire to have children in the confines of a marriage, and I ain't got married yet. I got close, called it off, but I ain't got married yet, you know. And so plan ahead for those moments. And it's okay. And I'm here to tell you that it is okay to enforce those boundaries, even with your family members. Self care also includes enforcing your boundaries. So hopefully that helps you. Another thing that you can do this season is to plan fun events with your friends. I think one of the quickest ways to just be sad this season is just sitting in your house idle with your own thoughts, right? And especially if you haven't got a handle on how to pivot your negative thoughts into more positive ones, then it can be especially tough not having something to look forward to. So I find that planning fun events with my friends, planning a self-care day, planning a solo date, all of those things gives me something and gives my mind something positive to look forward to. And I'm sure there's some scientific research about endorphins being released and all the good things. I'm not a scientist, I'm an accountant. But I just know from living it and experiencing it, when I have something positive to look forward to, it helps to shift my mind. So I really encourage you this season to plan something for yourself, plan an outing for yourself or your friends. Go to that restaurant that you saved down on Instagram, hit up your friends, get cute for nobody but you, and go out and have a good time. And then the last thing I would encourage you to do is to make sure that you plan some time for you. Y'all, you cannot pour from an empty cup, right? And so it's very imperative that you also plan some moments for you, whether it's self care, whether it's solo dates, or for me, whether it really is just taking a break and retreating for me. Something that I did not do this season is travel, this holiday season. I told my family who lives out of state that I was not traveling for the holiday seasons, that I was going to stay home. And that is something that I haven't done in, actually, I don't know, probably except like the pandemic when I was forced to stay home. I don't think I've ever not gone for either Thanksgiving or Christmas, but y'all, it was so necessary for me. I have nothing else left to give. I'm really struggling right now to give from what is still within me. But so I know that I have to rest and recharge. I have to spend time with God. I need to meditate. I need to just have some time to focus on me. And so I used to struggle with taking that time for myself because I felt guilty. I felt like I needed to be able to be there for other people. But with therapy, I have learned that it is perfectly okay to take time for yourself. So I have 2 weeks off at the end of this year, and I am taking it for me, and I love that for me. And I hope that you also take some time for yourself as well. All right, so we're getting into our next tip, which is to not set yourself up to intentionally be sad this season. I feel like this should be like understood, but many people don't have the awareness to know how things impact them. But y'all, if watching that new Hallmark or Lifetime or Netflix holiday rom-com movie will trigger you, don't watch it. Especially if you're already having a sad day, you're in your feels, or if it's that time of the month, because you know Auntie Flo be making us have all the feels. Like, if that's going to trigger you, y'all, don't watch it. It's perfectly okay to pivot and watch something else. If scrolling on social media and potentially seeing someone get engaged, get married, announce that they're getting ready to have a baby, or share their gifts that they have from their significant or the other, or they're posting their pictures of them and their boo in their matching PJs, if that's going to trigger you, stay off of social media. You have the power to not allow things to intentionally make you sad. I definitely am very mindful of when I am on social media in this season, especially if I'm already having a moment, because I just don't want to be sad, okay? What I would encourage you to do instead, if you choose to not watch those movies, or you choose to take a break from social media, is to just do things that you love, things that pour into you, things that make you feel good about yourself, whether it's treating yourself to a new outfit, getting your hair done, reading a book that you've been wanting to read. The whole point is for you to do something that actually uplifts and encourages you versus subjecting yourself to things that make you sad. Okay, so for this next tip, let's talk about one of the most healing things that you can do this season, and that is giving back. I am such a big proponent of giving back and getting involved in the community, especially during the holiday season. In fact, one of the blogs that I'll be sharing over Vlogmas will be one of the ways that I do give back this season. I find that giving back really helps to shift my mind to focus on all of the blessings that I do have instead of what I think I lack. And I say what I think I lack because God clearly doesn't feel like I am lacking a husband right now, right? That's me personally. His plan is like, you are exactly where I want you to be, where I need you to be right here in this moment. You think that you are lacking, but I have given you everything that you need, okay? That's a whole word and a bar in and of itself. And I'm not going to preach on this video because I'm not a preacher. But, when I give back, when I volunteer, it really helps me to be grateful for all the things that I have. I'm looking around my room right now and I'm not in the fanciest of houses, but it's mine, right? I don't have the fanciest of clothes, but I have clothes to wear, right? I am clothed. I am sheltered. It was raining today, which is why my video may be a little bit dark. It's cloudy outside, but I'm inside. I'm not subjected to the elements. I have food on my table. I have a financial means to be able to provide for me to go out and shop and to do all these things. And sometimes when we're sad, we forget all the things that we should be grateful for, that we should be joyful for. And so when I give back, especially giving back to those that are less fortunate, I really find that it helps to remind me exactly how blessed I am. And so I would encourage you all to give back this season. I'm going to go more into giving back in my vlog, but yeah, whether you do toys for tots, go to a local food shelter, whatever it is, I really want you to give back and see how it shifts your mind on all the things that you should be grateful for. All right, so my final tip for today's video is to encourage you all to live in expectancy and not just waiting. I am reminded of a quote that says, like, many singles don't live, they wait. And when I sat with that quote, I was like, man, is that what I was doing? I was the person that I had all of these aspirations to go check out these restaurants or to go here or go there, but I felt like I couldn't do it because I didn't have the man, right? Like, this would be a great place to take my man, my man, my man. And I realized, man, am I putting my life on hold for a future man who I don't even know when or if he is coming? Because, I hope and pray that God gives me the desires of my heart and that those desires include a husband. But sometimes some people are single forever, right? That's a real reality. And so I'm like, well, what am I going to do? Am I just going to be sitting here waiting for a man to show up, or am I going to get out and live my life and expect that everything else will flow as it should? And so that is what I have been doing. I have been living in expectancy, and I am living in expectancy this holiday season. And so I encourage you to do the same. Sis, pop that tag off of that bad dress that you got in your closet and take yourself out, okay? Go, like I said earlier, go to the restaurant that you have saved on your Instagram. Go out and live your best life. And if you want to, tell God the desires of your heart, that's perfectly okay too. You can use this time to write down in your future husband prayer journal, talk to God, submit your desires to Him, and live in expectancy that He is going to fulfill the desires of your heart and align your desires with His. Like, that's totally okay, sis. And so part of my rest and recharge will be that I want to spend some time reflecting over my dating life this past year, child. We're gonna talk about that in another video. Oh Lord. And I want to, just kind of sit still and see what God is telling me with respect to dating and love for 2025. And I want to write with expectancy and submit my prayers with expectancy that God is going to continue to provide all of my emotional needs until He sends that person. And so I don't know, y'all. I just feel like we could have so much fun this holiday season, and that is what we're going to do. We're going to have fun together. I guess I'll just wrap up by saying that You know, the holiday season can be a beautiful time of growth and reflection and joy. And I just want to remind you all that your worth is not tied into your relationship status. You, sis, are still a queen. Even without a king, okay? So pick your head up, put your crown back on, and remind yourself of the queen that you are. You are valuable, you are loved, you are enough, and you are deserving of all the things that God has for you this holiday season. So, yeah, I hope you all have enjoyed that video or today's video. Y'all make sure you come back this Saturday, December 14th, where I will be hanging out with you all. I will be in the comment section of the videos, just encouraging you all, hearing your ideas on how you're navigating the season. It's going to be a good time for us together over these next 12 days. Make sure you turn on that notification bell. And yeah, I think that's all for today's video. I will see you all this Saturday. Bye.